Andrew Jack.
Man, the guy he looks like a freaking statue, right? I mean, he just has everything. Round muscle bellies. Those abs are insane. Some poses you go, he is Mr. Olympia. You could see after he won the event, we were trying to get out of the venue, and there was all these Brazilians screaming, campeão, which is, he is a champion. And a lot of these Brazilians, they relate with Ramon because Ramon came from a very poor background.
Athletes and fans around the world, it's time for another Primetime Muscle. We're here together. Welcome to Casual Friday, gentlemen.
Casual Friday. I got a nice blue polo. I purchased this polo in Tokyo, Japan. So it looks casual, but it's quite elegant, to be honest.
See, I just loved when he tries to emulate me and be relaxed and chill. Try to be the athlete. He's never been really an athletic person, as you can see, but he's athletic wear. That's what he's trying to go for.
Take off your jacket. Let's see who has a better body right now.
What?
Put the camera on me.
Come on,
Look at
dog.
his arms.
Don't do it to yourself.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Big
Go ahead.
belly, little booty.
Go
What are
ahead.
you talking about?
Go ahead. Take off your jacket and hit a friendable biceps.
Well, the thing is,
Let's see those spaghetti arms.
the difference is I was on the smallest percentage tile of the history of the sport. Athlete.
What
It's a
happened
little
to you
different for
right now,
you.
Bill Cosby?
It's a little different for you because you've never been any of that.
I'm still here better than you. Wherever
What do
the
you
journey
mean,
was,
bet-
I'm here better
Bro,
than you.
We can lock it up
You know?
anytime. We can
I'll
go at it right
scramble, I'll
here.
beat your ass so
You
bad.
can meet me in the front right now. I don't care.
All right, now we get to see Chris's drip.
I don't
Chris,
care.
hey, while you're walking out there, show us the shoes.
Oh, we might as well get it out here and get it on. Get it down.
Fit check.
Fit check the boy. Come on now.
Who makes those shoes, Chris?
Oh, Louis Vuitton.
Who makes that hat, Chris?
Louis Vuitton.
Oh.
And the belt.
What about the jacket?
I don't know. But
Nice.
yeah, but never mind. You see, he didn't come out here because he knows what's up. He knows what happened.
Oh. All right, boys. We had some happenings in the last few weeks. This year's Olympia, a guy was in that top 5. There was a question whether or not he should have been a little bit higher. Now, of course, those questions are always answered on stage. And a few weeks later, he dials it in for Romania and blows some minds and puts himself firmly in the conversation to be in that top couple next year. Andrew Jack.
Man, the guy he looks like a freaking statue, right? I mean, he just has everything. Round muscle bellies. Those abs are insane. Some poses you go, he is Mr. Olympia. What are the poses that people said he needs to get better? Is the back poses. And I think in Romania, he showed his back double biceps is vastly improved. He also has more muscle tissue on the hamstrings. And he's coming in condition. If this guy adds 5 pounds of muscle, and he comes in peeled, I don't see anybody beating him. It's over. He is as good as it gets. This guy is a genetic marble.
Well, I think probably a little tad actually sharper in the Olympia, but Romania was a very impressive package he brought. You can see the differential between the brachialis, the tricep, and the biceps. Nice and clean look. I thought the back double bicep improved here and with just a few weeks off the stage at the Olympia. Front double bicep. He had the striations in the quads. Abs were in. Looked like a little bit heavier, just a little bit fuller. So if, and I said this before, if I think it was back in the 90s, maybe 15, 20 years ago, he might have pulled it off and won it because he was sharp at the morning, the day before, and he was also sharp at the night and the Saturday. And that's the thing. He has that Adonis look, known as the Mona Lisa. He has everything a bodybuilder would want to do. All he needs to do is fill out those legs a little bit more. And I think a lot of people are going to be in trouble.
Well, let's look at the board here. Now, guys, as we come back here, I want to shout out somebody who for those next couple of weeks worth of shows Tarek, help me with this because I don't butcher the man's name. Is it Joan, Joan? What's Pradell's first name? How's it pronounced?
Well, the J is pronounced like an H, so it
Han.
would be Juan.
Okay,
Juan Pradeles.
Juan Pradeles. He ran into a brick wall, not a speed bump, not a roadblock, a brick wall in Andrew Jacked.
I mean, the guy has what we call superior genetics. Tiny waist. Look at how large the clavicle bones are. And the
hips,
shoulders.
And the hips where it glides into the oblique area. When you pull that in, that really makes that X frame shine. And I thought his waist was tighter here.
And now the hamstrings is getting a little bigger. I mean, he's just incredible.
I thought he improved some shots. The side chest and side tricep wasn't cringe-like. It was more like, okay, this is how you should be hitting it.
Now you can see the glutes. At some point, we need to get...
Look at the size.
Stop here.
Some point we need to get wet.
Go back. Listen, you can see he's got amazing legs. He's got the separation.
What do you
The
think about the
hamstrings are
buttocks?
growing. The back double biceps is expanding. It's just the G string on the guys. We can see if your posing trunks is right here. We can see you have striated glutes. Just bring your posing trunks right here. And you know who's to blame? Ronnie Coleman. He was the first guy to do that.
To yank it.
He yank it in there. And I mean,
Just go full Pac-Man with those glutes.
and now you know what's happening?
Even the check-ins. Yeah, I get check-ins from some clients, and they don't have a cut on their body, but yet they still. I'm like, why did you do that?
No, and now the girls, they're getting the sides even higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty soon they're gonna put it over their shoulders.
Oh, the wedgie check-in.
B-roll Borat.
With that
B-roll
Borat.
Borat. They go from here to the shoulder. They're yanking that shit so high.
The mankini.
Oh
So-
my Lord.
Speaking of the glutes right here,
Borat.
if he could put on 5 to 7 pounds, it would allow him to come in a little bit more crispy, a little more conditioned. So if you're going to go Pac-Man with your shorts and hike them in your butt, you'll have more cross striations when you're coming in. If you're going to,
Exactly.
you better, to your point, you better be striated or start hiking.
Yeah. You got to be. Yeah, a little bit more of V would make that look even, might even look even harder because then you start to show the little smoother part of the glutes. But yeah, let's get out of the glutes and get back up to the back.
So guys, as we look at this absolute specimen, I remember 4 or 5 years ago when he first did his Olympia, and he got on for weigh-ins, and we said, this guy is magnificent.
See right here? See that? That's where he needs to improve. Stop.
Ooh!
Go back down a little bit, though, can you?
Look at that.
So,
Oh, shit.
yeah. So that's where you start to see a little bit more the differential between the lats and his erectors and the lat insertions. If he can thicken that up, you got to thicken this pose. Like, you remember Ronnie? Remember Dorian Yates? When they pulled back, it was like lights out. It's like, damn. So that's got to be a powerful shot. This is a good shot, but you got to make it powerful on the big man.
Yeah, I had a little erector going on right there. You see that separation? Woo!
Yeah.
Man, he is, but you see the fibers and striations starting to come in the lats, and that was not one of his power poses before.
No, more
Let's
density.
go. Let's keep
on.
rolling here, guys. We'll continue to talk about the improvements of Andrew Jack. Okay, the width across the top, everything is coming together. Those rear delts are freaking massive.
No. One thing is he's got such great shoulders, incredible shoulders. The shoulders here might be overpowering a little bit the back pose.
Yeah, they can come. If you can calm those shoulders down a little bit, that's gonna accentuate the other body parts, the lats and everything. The shape of the body could be more accentuated because you're not so prominent like that. I get it. Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
No, I'm analyzing the physique.
Okay, the Mona Lisa.
Look, he knows.
You know where we're going.
He's like, he knows. He knows. Look
Bang,
at
the
that.
striations and the
Oh,
quads.
Striation on the, look at those abs. Stop right here.
See that?
Stop here. We never, ever said anything about his abdominal section coming up. He is, and this is why he's the Mona Lisa of bodybuilding. The waist, the abs is just what we want in bodybuilding. He's perfect on that criteria.
And the squared off striated quad, like a plate. You can eat some chitlins and some gumbo off of this side of that leg. That's what you want to have when you go to compete. Martin Fitzwater also had that same type of style of quad. You don't need a big looping quad out here to be a successful bodybuilder in the IFBB, guys.
All right, let's keep rolling, fellas. Stay right there,
be
Chris.
ready to tell Fitzwater to his face. Well,
I just gave him a compliment. What you
I
talking
know,
about?
but still.
Oh, you better tell him to his face.
Yeah,
I got
tell-
something to say about you in your face.
Put some chitlins on those quads.
So let's roll a little bit. Love the ab shot. And then here in the most muscular, another incredible abs still.
Get down on it.
Whoa!
Ah.
You want another one?
I
Another
still
one?
think that even from the front, the shoulders are overpowering a
Yeah.
little bit the most muscular.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those poses that if you have big shoulders, it helps. But maybe
Look at
it
those
diminishes
striations.
a little bit the arm, but he's got massive shoulders.
Chris.
Yes.
So the two spots I would build out for Andrew is outer chest and incline. Build that upper
Right,
chest. Build
right,
that
right.
plate and stretch those two pecs out a little bit to expand from shoulder to shoulder.
He does have a lot of mass on that lower pectoral.
And his inner from those crossovers
Yeah.
and pec decks.
But if you can, like you said, if you can build that upper pecs up more and get that tied into those shoulders more, that's going to be, man, a massive, crazy look.
Look at those arms are just. He is really this.
See-
Okay,
Hamstrings improved also. Hamstrings improved.
this year, guys. So he's qualified now. So if he wants, and he should maybe sit
Well, he placed third at the Olympia, so he's automatically qualified.
and then winning again. So he's coming in strong. Do you think he does another show March, April, or you think he sits it out until the big show? And
Well, if he does another show, it should be the Arnold. 750,000. Hadi might not be there. Samson might be contemplating a comeback just at the Olympia. Derek might not be there, or
he could.
He could. But I think this is a perfect show for Andrew Jacked. I know he likes the dough. It's a lot of dough.
Don't worry
750,000.
me, paso latte do.
So it's going to be. I am so excited to see him break that top three next year. I think it's inevitable. Eventually,
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
once he
gonna-
breaks the top three, it's over. He's going to be the guy.
He's one or two for sure in my book. One or two.
I think he. I think based on how fast he's improving, he could be the 2026 Mr. Olympia.
That's a great segue for the next part. All right, we'll see where Andrew Jack goes this year, if he does any other shows or if he just shows up to the big one and takes it all home. Between now and then, though, this year at the Olympia, there were a Brazilian reasons to be happy. We're going to talk about that when we come back.
It's a bed. Yeah. Let's go. Get my wrist. Whoa. Top. Yeah. Whoa. Know it. Blowing again. From. Whoa.
All right, we're back. The two biggest winners by country this year, gents. England and Brazil at this year's Olympia. England, Ryan Terry, Michelle Ferduamensa,
Ferdua and Rhea Gale.
and Rhea Gale. And then Brazil, three big winners that sent extreme excitement to the two biggest cities for Brazilians, Rio and Orlando.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Well, I was born in Brazil, in São Paulo, Brazil. Bodybuilding was not popular. I joined a gym in 1994, and I did a bench press competition in 1994 with a few friends, and it wasn't popular at all. Any type of, even joining a gym was not popular in Brazil. For us to get access to any bodybuilding news, we would wait for Flex Magazine 3 months. And it was just a small group of people that worked out. A lot of us were stereotyped as drug addicts because everybody assumed you did lots of drugs and steroids. And it was a cult. It was a very small cult in Brazil. Right now, bodybuilding is a complete fever in Brazil. It's sometimes even more popular than soccer at some days that you have the Mr. Olympia. And Ramon Dino has been fundamental for that. Natalia Coelho and Eduardo Bezerra. This was the greatest year for Brazil. I'm so happy. It's a country that it's underdeveloped in many ways, and it needs happiness. So these guys, man, congrats. They brought a lot of happiness to the Brazilians.
All right, let's go down the row, guys. Let's talk about the reception that Ramon Dino got when he went home.
Yeah, so people were, you could see after he won the event, we were trying to get out of the venue, and there was all these Brazilians screaming, campeão, which is, he is a champion. And a lot of these Brazilians, they relate with Ramon because Ramon came from a very poor background. His first preparation, he didn't have access to chicken or steak. So he could only eat rice and eggs. And that's how he earned his pro card. He struggled. He slept on the floor in many, many places in São Paulo. And right now he's succeeded. The Brazilians, they relate with him. They go, I'm just as poor as this freaking guy, and he made it. Maybe I won't make it like him, but the fact that he made it makes me feel that I belong.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you can see riding through the cities. I mean, how, I don't know how, I've been there a couple of times, but how far was he going? He was like in different neighborhoods. He was down the main block. It was people giving so much love and so much support for Dino. I mean, so many dinosaurs being sent out that day. I could only imagine.
But it was like watching the Lakers after a win.
Yeah,
And the streets were just full for the
whole family's there, the wife, the son. I mean, it's just like, I was really happy for him because even before he learned a lot more English now, but before when he didn't speak any English at all, we just did a lot of smiling, a lot of hugging. But he was a big fan of the sport, big fan of all the people that he was becoming across to here in America. And it's been great, man. It's great to see him finally get what he was looking for, along with the others, man. Wellness, they had a stronghold on for so long, and now we got new wellness champions from Brazil.
So, Tarek, we were at Derek Lunsford's gym, Champs Elysium down there in St. Pete, filming some content. You had gathered up Derek and Ramon were working out together. That was insane. Edgevan Palmero was there crushing it. And Eduardo Becerra was there and filming content, looking at her physique. She was working out. And then you had her film a really cool video that we helped her kind of work on her English on. Is that one?
So I want not only the Brazilian competitors, but I was in Japan this year twice. It's an international world, and I want the American public, or for that matter, everybody in the world, to relate with these competitors. English is the most spoken language in our world. And if you speak English, you have access to a huge plethora of different markets. In Europe, a lot of people speak English. So if you're an American, you're reaching them. You see the popularity of Urs Kalaczynski in the United States is because he speaks English. And what I'm trying to do is to get some of the Japanese competitors, some of the Brazilian competitors to do small marketing campaigns in English. Because I want people to relate with Eduarda. I want people to relate with Ramon. Natalia speaks English perfectly. But it's important for the world to get to know who they are, not only their physiques, but who they are as human beings.
I was really blown away, Chris, when we were talking to them and working with Eduarda. She's another one of those people that's just off-puttingly beautiful, and just her decency came through. I love, and I hope it's an international inspiration to see people who have just literally worked their way up from some form of nothing to be inspirational and motivational icons for a generation. I love their stories.
She comes from North Brazil, from a state called Pernambuco. The capital is called Recife, but she's not from the capital. She's from a smaller city in North Brazil. And in the past, there was a little bit of discrimination from people that came from North Brazil to the people that came from South to get jobs, right? So they would come from the North. They didn't have as much infrastructure as Rio, São Paulo, or Curitiba to get jobs. And there was a little bit of discrimination. And right now, I can say that that is in the past. But it's nice to see this drop-dead gorgeous girl from North Brazil come down to São Paulo and be the superstar, to be the representation of what's the best of Brazil. He also brings a huge popularity to North, which is important for all the markets there. People are selling more supplements in those areas. There's more gym development in those areas because Eduarda comes from that area. Brazil is a huge country, and it would be the equivalent of somebody from North Dakota winning. Now you have attention there. So she's been very, very good, and she's so proud to be from the North, and to let people know, hey, this is where I come from, and if there's a young girl who's 16, 17, that you feel like you can't make it, I want you to look at me, and I've made it. I speak the same way, and I won't change it.
Well, that's the thing. You know, beating Issa, I mean, a former champion, and people were looking for her to do so, you know, with her success that she had early on, that she was coming. She was winning show after show, and then she plays really well in that last year in Olympia. So, yeah, man. So that's the thing. You know, wellness is great, is the best in coming from Brazil. Isn't that the top? They got like 7 of the top 10 all from Brazil.
Yeah, wellness was created in Brazil. But if you guys don't mind, I want to mention Natalia Coelho.
Well, I was heading there.
Natalia Coelho is similar to myself, my case. Natalia is from Rio de Janeiro, but our families had maybe a little bit more access than the families of Ramon and Eduarda. And we were able to manage to come to America for a better life. So we were privileged to get here, to start our lives here, to make a little bit of money here. 30 years ago, people like Ramon and Eduarda, they wouldn't have made it. You would have never known Ramon or Eduarda. Because of, you know, the internet, you have access to people. People can see you on the other side of the country and get Ramon to São Paulo and get Eduarda to São Paulo to sign a contract with big companies. So time has benefited them. And even though they didn't have money to make it, they actually made it through their efforts. Natalia is a champion. She fought very hard. But she comes from a different layer of society where she was able to come to America like myself.
Now, I will say, her mother, Christina, who I adore, worked very hard to give her that safety net and to come here. But she's another one that was a teen competitor, then went through college, a young adult into figure, got through college, masters, and during the time that she was a pro, not only was she working really hard, getting her master's, and now her doctorate, all while competing at the top level of the pro leagues, once as a physique Olympia, and then again to fight and get that title again. And she's a fighter. The kid's got work ethic. Like I've watched her come up the entire time and just cheered for her at every level, knowing that she's putting in every bit of effort she possibly could.
Yeah, I saw her come from figure into the physique category, but I was there at the show in San Diego, and she walked in with these white tights on, And I remember seeing you could see every cut through the glutes and all through her legs, just doing the check-ins. And yeah, I'll never forget it. That's the first day she competed on stage as a physique competitor. And look where she came now. It's just unbelievable.
Well, I saw these guys come up. And like I said, Ramon didn't have access to chicken and steak when he was coming up. One of the first shows I did in Brazil with the NPC, I remember we had purchased some food for the competitors to eat in the back. And after the show was over and people were leaving, I went backstage and I saw this competitor, and he was grabbing some of the food that here in America we would have thrown away. He was grabbing that food and he was literally dumping in his backpack. And for most people that don't understand it, this is somebody that knows that food will come handy at some point for him, that can save him money for the next 2-3 days. I understood because I grew up in Brazil. And I know how hard it is to look at a guy like Ramon and the places that he came to succeed. It's emotional. I hope it happens to Indian competitors. I hope it happens to other countries in Africa. Sina Teresa is from Angola. She was the first person from Angola to qualify to the Olympia.
How many Nigerians do we have the last couple of years?
We have the Nigerians. Samson went to the UK. William Bonek, he's from... he lives in London, but he's from Eastern Africa. But
Another
every
guy,
victory,
Blessing.
every victory that these guys have motivates the people from their countries. And they say, I can do it too.
I got to say at the bottom of this, before we'll wrap this show, I got to say, though, the underlying thing, of course, not even coming to America is an opportunity, because for you and for everybody else, it's only an opportunity to work hard. It's an opportunity that if you do work hard, there could be a possible outcome. You got here and we're cleaning trash cans out at a college. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. You didn't come here, you said with privilege. You're talking comparative to poverty beyond poverty, unimaginable to American privilege.
Correct, yeah. I'm proud that when I came to America, one of my first jobs was at Shoreline Community College, and I had to clean garbage cans. And I wasn't poor. I wasn't poor in Brazil. I was middle class. But in order to survive in America, I had to do these jobs. I had to deliver newspaper, clean garbage cans. And, it just made me stronger. And I look at my kids right now. They don't have to do that. And I want to remind them, hey, your dad cleaned garbage cans in under the rain in Seattle, and it made me strong. As a Brazilian, I'm proud of these guys. They fought very hard. I know how hard they have fought is more than just dieting for them. Some of these guys, they have been hungry because they didn't have food. So sometimes for them to be hungry is not a challenge because they know they're going to eat again.
Damn.
That's something.
That's something, man.
All right. One thing they didn't have access to was the best supplements possible, which is Global Formula, our sponsor. We can't thank them enough. You get down to the wire on a contest, you want 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 aspartame or aspartame or whatever you're saying this week. You want the best formulations and the best chelation possible. It's going to be right here in Pro Zero from Global Formulas.
Don't forget to get your freaking
You got the
WTH,
pumped up.
Get your pump on.
And you got the Bio Freak WTF. This is what you need to get a great workout.
One is stim, one is not. You're still going to get the vasodilation, the pump, the freaky factor. It's all up to what you want. And what we want is for you to like, subscribe, and share this show with your friends and family so we can continue to grow this community and this Primetime Muscle family. As always, leave your thoughts on these Brazilian winners. And then, of course, back to the first segment. Andrew Jack, where do you think he's going to place for 2026?
Probably first or second.
Probably first or second, Chris. Can you say you're a judge?
What I can say is he could very well be Mr. Olympia.
Could very well be Mr. Olympia. All right, folks, I'm Tim Wilkins, the mega judge, the big hustle. Tarek El Gindi, Chris Cormier, the real deal. We'll see you on the next Primetime Muscle.